So, since we last spoke, which was about a week ago,
Yeah.
I listened to Mike Posner today whilst I was running.
Oh wow.
So, I was waiting for the right moment, and I knew what you said. You built it up to be quite amazing. I was like,
It's very interesting.
And-
Such an interesting album.
and the way it starts off, and it's like you got to do this with no distractions. I was like, I can't. I'm gonna have to wait for the right moment.
Yeah.
Not when I'm driving or whatever. If it's
Yeah,
a long journey, then
it's
maybe.
it's almost like a commitment. to
Exactly.
sort of say,
It's like watching a film.
Yeah.
That's why I enjoyed it. So, usually the running that I do takes about half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So before it, I whacked it on when I started like warming up and stuff. So it's 37 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it timed perfectly. It was about 10 seconds off finishing, and then the song ended.
Oh wow.
The
So
last
that
one.
is literally perfect.
Yeah, but I literally, when you're running, you got a playlist on. There's different songs that come on, and you're like, there's obviously ups and downs, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to skip this song. I don't like this song or whatever. For that, I didn't think about anything else when I was running. I was just so
Wow.
I was inside that guy's head.
Wow.
It was absolutely like mind changing. I loved it.
I'm so pleased that you like it because it's so well written. You can really tell he's put everything. That it's like a really raw album.
Yeah.
It's everything that he wants and everything that he wants to express in it. And it's just so well done.
It redefined what albums could be like that. When after I listened to it, I was like, you have albums that are just like, yep, that's just a CD, it's just an album. There you go, 10 songs. But
I think a lot of
I
it's
reckon
to make money albums nowadays.
Yeah.
But that really
that was a
doesn't
piece
feel
of
like-
art. I could see that in a museum behind some glass. Like
Yeah.
that is the full package.
And he's so good. Every song's like pretty different as well.
I kept thinking, is this the same album? Because it sounds so different each song, but it was so. That's why it was so easy to listen to, because it's like once one song ends, you want more, but then someone else comes in, you're like, oh no, I want more of this one. Now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it was sick.
And it feels really emotional when you listen to it as
yeah,
well.
the bits when he starts shouting and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like,
I listened to that, and every time that when he's shouting, I'm just, my hair stand up on my arms.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
it kind of reminds me of, you know, when in theatre when people are like doing like a one person show, and it's like it's just them, nothing around them, and it's
Yeah.
just them reenacting something or
Like a monologue type thing.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. It's like this guy's head. He's just imagination thrown up everywhere. Like this is his brain.
Yeah.
in
Honestly,
all
what a
of
guy as well. What a guy. He'd been through a lot before he wrote that out. He wrote that album, and I've not even seen any of the music videos. I presume not.
No.
So after the album came out, I believe he decided to take a walk across America.
Is he American?
Yeah.
Right.
I believe so. He'd be either American or Canadian, so I presume he's American. And he gets bit by a rattlesnake and nearly dies.
Standard.
He pretty much loses the ability to walk, and he has to teach himself how to walk again. This is all on top of best friend dying, breaking up with his girlfriend, and his dad dying. He's trying to walk across America, bit by a rattlesnake, nearly dies, and he managed to finish it. Like, what a guy!
That's why I love creative things, because people, it's not a solution so much. It's like it's an outlet. It's if you've got it's like how people, if they're stressed out, they go and hit a punch bag, or if people,
Yeah.
if they're messed up in the head, they'll write a song that kind of answers those questions. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's so good. But I think I can't remember what the song is.
Let's get the album up and help you.
The Move On is a very good music video. He talks about a lot in that. I think Move On is probably one of my favourite. That's actually on the album.
Which one? Yeah, was that when you kept saying "stuck in the middle," or is that stuck in the middle?
Yeah, stuck in the middle.
But I thought it would be.
So I like Staring at the Fire. I like Move On, and I like them all.
How did you find this?
I got it recommended to me by Emily's sister.
Yeah.
She recommended it to us, and I was like, for probably about 2 months, I was like, I just can't be bothered listening to this.
That's what I mean. It's like you know it's a commitment. You can't just whack one song when you got to listen to the full lot.
Surely it's not. I was like, I took a pill and I beef a guy. I was like,
Well, I mean, I knew his name, but I thought, oh yeah, it's another house.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way it's gonna be. It can't be that good. And then when I listened to it, I was like, oh, I was wrong.
Yeah, just
I think I got caught. Literally after the first song, I was like, holy shit, what an album. I would say it's probably one of my favourite albums ever. Just because of how invested you get.
It's an album, isn't it? With some
Yeah.
albums you have shit songs
Yeah.
and some that you just don't care about.
It's how invested it can really get you as well.
Mm.
And it
Yeah, it's like when you watch a film and then Google it afterwards.
there's not many albums I can sit and go, I have to listen to the rest of it now.
Yeah.
I tend to listen to it on my way to work if I'm driving on my own.
It was quite seamless, wasn't it? That's the good thing about how you say you want to listen to the rest of it like that. It didn't feel like 12 songs. It felt like one.
Yeah.
Like there was no real sort of noticeable gaps between the songs. It just
Yeah.
sort of flowed.
Right, so what for you on the album stood out? What was like
Obviously,
standout song?
when I couldn't see the names as it was all in my pocket, sort of played through, but I'm trying to read them now. But it wasn't the kind of music I was expecting.
So this is what I thought.
I
was
wish
so
Tracy
different.
Chapman
And, like,
was my friend.
It's all his vocals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from, is that someone's vocal there? Is he?
I'm not sure who that is.
But like, he's got a lot of range as well.
Yeah.
With his vocals.
At some point I will be okay.
Nice.
I got
But it's like you can really tell he means this.
You can lose
means the
yourself.
songs,
Yeah.
yeah.
to forget you.
So
I feel
there's quite a bold statement that for you about how
I
this
knew
was
we
your
were gonna
top 10 albums.
come back to this. I
Yeah, of
knew we were
course we
gonna
are.
come back to this. So you're gonna ask for traditional.
Just no, it's sort of other albums that stick in your mind, and we'll talk about albums.
So for me, I think a lot of people nowadays, when you sort of bring up the topic of albums, are like, no idea.
That's a lot of that's because of the way the music industry's going. I think there's more money in single.
Yeah, of
album.
course. And I think, like you say, I think a lot of people, like if I said to probably, I don't know, 80% of people, if you said, tell me your favourite album, they'd be like, I couldn't even name
Yeah.
one. Or like,
Yeah,
I
because
couldn't give you an album because I don't listen to albums, I listen to songs.
Yeah, not artists or what. It's just I like that song.
And I think with us, we have the variety of music where we do listen to. When someone says listen to this band, I'm like, right, okay, what album's good?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll put an album on and I'll
Yeah.
listen to that album. This is why I recommended that album to you.
Yeah,
I was like, you've
because
got to listen to this.
You
I
might
think-
hate their most popular song, but love their
yeah,
one of their
exactly.
hidden gems or something.
Exactly. So for me, I mean, I have a huge variety of music. Well, yeah.
It's like every time you say that, I'm like, I want to start on
Like,
you because
but
I want to fucking
Let's
prove it.
outdo each other.
Okay, then.
So for me, I mean, I'm gonna just glance over the first few because for me, I think they're
Yeah.
quite obvious.
Okay, well,
I will always rate Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band
Yep.
incredibly high.
that's for me again with the Beatles. There's only a few of their popular songs that I can put the album title to it.
Okay.
Like, obviously, I know all the household name ones, but like I couldn't name all the tracks on that album because I'm just not as familiar.
Yeah.
Let's find it. I'm sure I've got it on here.
But with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, it was just so. At the time, it was so revolutionary.
That was the one where they all started. Was that Lucy in the Sky Diamonds?
Yeah, Lucy and Sky Diamonds on that. It was voted as the #1 album ever made by Rolling Stone magazine.
I mean, of what's it called? Accolades to get. That's the top one, isn't it?
The #1 album ever, and I
You've
wouldn't.
won
I don't know if I
albums.
could call it my #1, but it's definitely up there. I love this album. There's so many brilliant songs in it, and they're all pretty experimental in their own rights. Especially when you look at Within You Without You. That's indie music pretty much, but it's so weird.
Do you think that's the times as well? Or
Yeah.
is that just where the Beatles were at that time? Like, there was new stuff coming out? Was there? Or was
Um,
that at the beginning of the hippie phase?
At the time, the Beatles had just finished the touring days. They'd sort of had enough of being in the media. They were touring.
They got long hair, didn't they? And wore
Yeah,
weird clothes.
They were touring all the time. They were like, right, you know what? Let's hit the studio. We don't want to be the Beatles anymore. We want to be Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And this
Yeah,
was
I
the
don't
purpose
even-
of the album. That it was like,
Is it made up?
yeah. It was just shocking. Well, I mean, I'm presuming at the time it was so different from what the Beatles were.
Yeah.
And they released this album and I was like,
It's like bloody African dancing around a fire, innit? Sort of
Yeah,
music.
and it's crazy. I mean, all the songs are so different, but I do love this album. In terms of other Beatles albums, I'll say there's two that really stand out for me. That is Rubber Soul. I love Rubber Soul. Do you know what? I'd probably argue that is my favourite album of all time.
Okay.
I just love it. I don't know why. It's sort of that poppy Beatles rock.
There is one my all-time favourite Beatles song, and I can't figure what album it's on. I can't remember the fucking name of it.
I just love the entire album.
Yeah.
I think it's so brilliant, and it's quite a lot of acoustic on there. And as well, Abbey Road. What an album!
I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
Abbey Road.
Oh
I
yeah.
walked past it like
Wow.
earlier this year. I didn't realise. It's like,
Oh no.
Yeah.
I would be fangirling.
yeah.
For me, Abbey Road, it's the way Abbey Road's beautifully written. When it came out on vinyl, the B-side was basically done as an entire song.
Oh right, like
So
They fade
although
into each
although it's like 6 or 7 tracks, they just flow onto the next one. It's made to be listened to almost
Daft
as one
Punk do
song.
that as well.
Yeah, and
I
it's
like that.
so beautiful. What a great, and they're all brilliant songs. Like done like it's referred to as the Abbey Road medley. Wow, amazing. But this one I start dipping into other artists now. One of my sort of, I want to say guilty pleasures, but it's not a guilty pleasure. I love Paul Simon. I think Paul Simon is brilliant.
I've never listened to him.
Graceland, Paul Simon. What an album, man. He was very heavily influenced by like African music.
What era is he?
He is, so there was Simon and Garfunkel
Oh,
in
okay,
the
right.
60s and I'd say early 70s. And then sort of post Simon and Garfunkel, Paul Simon went out on his own and
Okay.
released his own music. So I would say probably 80s is Graceland, and that is I love the title song Graceland as well. I think it's that's such a nice
there's so many
song.
good words, isn't there? Like, that'll be a good top 10 album names.
Yeah.
Not so much like if the album's shit, it doesn't matter.
But that's such an easy album for me to listen to. I love Billy Joel and Innocent Man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a.
We're going to see Billy Joel. Did I tell you?
Have you seen him?
Is it Billy Joel? It must be.
I saw Billy Joel about 2 years ago. No,
I keep getting mixed up with the Billy. I'm sure it's Billy. Which one did you say, Joel?
Billy Joel.
Is there another one that's alive and going? Is it Billy Ocean?
Billy Ocean's going. Billy Ocean's still going.
There's one that me, Dom, and Barrett are going to go and see.
Yeah, Billy Ocean. I think.
Yeah.
Dom mentioned to me the
Yeah,
other day. Billy
because I've
Ocean.
never listened to it, but I know he's a household name, and I know he's
Yeah.
probably sick.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll go. It's like 30 quid.
I love obviously Continuum.
Yeah.
I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
We are both very
But
big John Mayer.
I don't know if that's my favourite album.
I couldn't say it's my favourite album, but it's definitely that. And I love
It was a turning point, wasn't it?
Where the Light Is as well.
Yeah.
Where the Light Is as a live album.
Yeah,
Wow.
mate. There's so many albums on here.
So for you, what would you rate as up there in terms of
I think,
favourites?
well, just looking at them now, there's not a lot that springs to my head because they're all sort of level for me. But just going through Foo Fighters there, I just saw Wasting Light.
Yeah,
Do
that's
you remember that one?
fantastic. Yeah.
Well, that's one of very few Foo Fighters albums that I can say every song on there is great.
I love just Foo Fighters.
Yeah, it's that formula like AC/DC in
Yeah.
it again. Just most of the time it's straight in, and then that's it, solo, and you're out.
Yeah.
How much of Iron Maiden do you like? Do you like Iron Maiden?
I do like Iron Maiden, but I haven't massively listened to them. They're a band I would like to, but I just it's one of them ones I haven't sort of dipped into yet.
Yeah, because
I will do at some point.
well, tonight's your night, mate. Because for me, when I started, it was 2010 or something like that. Well, no, it was like year 7, 8, and 9. Around that time when I started actually listening to proper music that wasn't McFly and Busted.
Yeah.
The 5 artists that I just kept listening to for them years were Iron Maiden, Foo Fighters, Muse, Metallica, Linkin Park.
Yeah.
It was just always them 5 alternating who's the best or whatever. But so I've listened to Maiden for about 10 years now, and they're one I dip in and out of. Obviously have phases
Yeah, of course.
because they're quite a specific, like,
You have to sort of almost be in the mood.
yeah, exactly. But there's so many bits. Like, there's obviously they're all very old now.
Yeah.
I'll see how old. I think the drummer's late 60s now, and he's one of the best drummers going. And he's got a really, really flat face. It makes me laugh. 68. Shit, the bed.
68 years old.
Right, so there's one bit. We saw them in 2017 on their most recent tour. And there's this one bit of this song. Some of the songs as well are like 13 minutes. You got to proper commit yourself.
13 minutes.
The longest one's 16, I think. So this is a 10-minute one. I'm not going to play it all, but there's a bit in the middle where they just go mad and go into solos. And I remember watching it live. This album had only been out like 6 months at the time. I didn't really know this song too well. And obviously when you include fire in a live show, I'm fucking watching. So. And his vocals are quite...
yeah.
Fuck off, adverts. His vocals are very like, if you don't like it, then you know. It's like Marmite. I love it, to be honest, but some people just can't listen to it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's about the guitars. There's 3 guitars.
I mean,
and 2
I
bass
like his
and 1
vocals.
bass.
I think his voice is brilliant.
He also flies planes.
What?
So, oh my god, did you not know this?
No!
So the reason I got into them, in 2009, they did a tour called Flight 666.
No, okay.
Let's say 3 then. The number of the devil,
Yeah.
whatever. So, to get to more places and to stop using trucks and coaches, they got a plane.
Wow.
737.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden on the side. He flew it. All around the world. He flew the Iron Maiden plane. And
As they were touring, just like,
Yeah.
it's like, I'll just fly.
They fly to like Thailand to do 3 shows.
That's
Honestly,
incredible.
it's one of the best tour
What a
you've ever
guy.
seen. But this builds like, it drops and it builds to like 2 solos and it's just so fucking sexy. But can you imagine listening to like 2 bands your whole life and then you see these? It's like, where have I been my whole life?
It's amazing how like some bands can do that to you though. Like you listen, you're like, why have I sheltered myself this much? Because you do come comfortable in music where you're like, I will just listen to what I like.
Yeah.
And then you're like, anything else is bad.
Exactly.
But
I don't know how anyone can not say this is good.
Exactly.
Just, it's so well done.
Yeah.
I love this bit though, because when they have long songs and there's guitar solos, the singer fucks off, and I bet he's always going for a slash or something like. It's just amazing to listen to.
What a guy.
You never see the drummer either. His drums are that big.
It's just it always infuriates me watching bands like play effortlessly.
Yeah.
It's like we talked about John Mayer last time. He just played effortlessly, and it's just like, how do you do that?
Yep. You fucking nerd.
Fucking loser.
Yeah. So yeah. But again, yeah, it's one of them. If a song comes on random and you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting Iron Maiden, and you go into a phase of it, but I very rarely at the minute go, I won't listen to Iron Maiden. But when I do, I'm so happy.
In terms of metal, the only sort of band I'm listening to recently, I can't remember. I can't remember what they're actually called, but there's a song called Hoops Force. I believe they're Swedish. They're a Swedish metal band.
Right, because
The
my
song's
brother's
called
forcing me to listen to a lot of foreign.
Hoops Force, I believe, is the song. Glory Hammer, that's the one. I wanted to say Warhammer.
They're all very similar, like Sabaton. Have you heard of Sabaton?
Yeah.
They're another one. Oh mate, we're getting down.
But honestly, watch the videos because it's like the costumes. They're amazing.
Have you heard of Ailstorm then? The pirate metal band.
No, but I'm glad you've told me about them.
I think they're from Scotland and they all think they're pirates. It's so bad, but it's funny. I'm not gonna play it all, obviously. Skip adverts on that. It's this YouTube page, Napalm Records. It's full of brilliant ones.
Wow. Banjo. Oh no.
It's so bad. But the music videos are always mint.
Yeah.
There's so much music, man.
Wow. Wow.
Look at him. I bet he's called Ken. Works at Spa.
Wow, this is brilliant.
Yeah. I want to buy a boat just for this.
What
Yeah.
a guy. What a guy.
We'll try not to go down that full route.
Yeah, just dip it. Honestly, put Glory Armor on. Just view the guys when especially
Alright.
there's a really good line.
I've heard of them, definitely.
They are so Invasion of Dundee is a very good song.
This is like Dragon Force territory, isn't it?
Yeah, Unicorn Invasion of Dundee. There's somewhat obsessed with Scotland, which is I'd put that one on. Just
Song is called The Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
It's like Dave England from
yeah, he
Jackass.
does.
I love it how they're like, it's obviously the midday slot. No one likes them.
It's like they don't even suit. None of the costumes match.
No,
Like they just look so out of place, but they're really good.
it makes me laugh that there's a record label that go, yeah, there's a market for this. There's always a slaphead, isn't there? Right, that was a rabbit hole I didn't expect to go down.
We're dipping into
Scandinavian
metal.
So, right, there is one that I want to show you that is by a German band. Sings in English, but he's trained in opera, apparently.
Wow. Okay.
How is this for a band name?
Powerwolf. Wow, what a name.
Have you heard of them?
No, but I don't know how you can not be excited with the name Power and Wolf.
Yeah, it's like two of the most strongest words going. So this song's all about the chorus, and every time I hear this chorus, I can imagine it in like a stadium, a full crowd giving
Yeah.
it big one. Sounds sick. Same YouTube channel as before.
Of course. Napalm Records is the place to be.
We'll get to proper music in a minute.
No, there's nothing wrong with this for me. Nothing wrong with this.
This guy though, I bet he can sink pints.
Just comes across to that guy.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm just there we are. He looks like King of the Goths, doesn't he?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that
No,
is.
he looks like he would
Oh,
be the
like,
leader,
genuinely, yeah.
like the king.
Yeah. Of
the
castle.
god.
Yeah. I thought it was a thing, but yeah. I bet he drinks Stella
He definitely goes on and smacks his missus.
to this song. It's his bed now. Fucking love it.
Demons are a girl's best friend.
I love it.
What a name for a song as well.
But there's like this whole other, I wouldn't say industry, but group of artists like this, like
Just,
so
it's just
specific,
like,
but I love it.
I think metal. I don't want to say it's dying, but it's not popular at all. Really, it's so selective.
Yeah, it's like a underworld in it now.
Yeah, it's never in, you never see it in the charts. You never hear it on.
That reminds me of this tweet I saw. Like, you know, when you think of the word goth, you think of the video of them people under the bridge.
Oh yeah.
Someone put a tweet saying, "Why do you never see them in cars? They're never driving, are they? You never see them."
You never see like a goth lollipop man.
If you do, find him
You
and
never
bring him
see-
here.
You never see
I
a
wanted
golf
to-
in a day-to-day job
At Mackey's, like,
behind them.
"Can I take your order?"
One side of death metal, please.
Can I have a McMonster?
Everyone's just called Kyle.
Okay. More artists. So yeah, did I ask you about Sound City?
We spoke briefly about it last time. I've seen parts of it.
So
I've
have
not
you seen
seen
the
it
Paul
all the way
McCartney bit?
Yeah, I've seen clips of the Paul McCartney bit. It was absolutely I loved it. It was on Netflix at one point. And I'm sure
Yeah, it was
they
briefly
took
on.
it off.
Yeah.
Literally, as I wanted to watch it, they took it off.
Yeah. Bastards.
But I mean, Paul
thought you'd like
McCartney,
that.
what a guy! Still,
Mm.
he's still such a such a geezer. To still be releasing albums now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it was last year he released an album. I can't remember what it was
Yeah.
called, but it was
Because
there
it was on Carpool Karaoke to promote it, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was some pretty okay songs in it still.
Yeah.
I mean, the
It's
guy
still simple
is,
though, isn't it? His music is, that's one of the words I think of, it's simple.
Yeah,
But not in a bad way at all.
yeah, catchy. Just
Yeah, it's-
simple.
He's figured out
it's
how
like
to
the
write.
basic of like it's like the 4-chord rule
Yeah.
almost,
Yeah.
which sort of like the early Beatles were. Like they just had the 4 chords throughout the song.
Yeah.
They were upbeat, they were catchy, and it worked, and
Well-
it still does work.
I remember learning about that music tech about in the 50s and the 60s when rock and roll was starting, like what's it called, like the techniques, like the call and response, like
Yeah,
the singing will be on with no music, and then the music will come in, and it's like that's the technique that they'll do in
Yeah,
verses, like where
it's like a
it'll stop.
dynamic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just
Which
a
is
way
amazing.
of writing music.
So something I did want to ask you was, who was your first band or first musician you saw live? Because you're pulling the face, but I don't think everything would quite beat mine.
Go on.
I saw Robbie Williams when I was about 8.
So that would have been the same year I saw this exact gig.
Oh wow! See, the thing is that like it was probably you that wanted to see Busted,
Oh yeah,
but like my mum and dad wanted to see Robbie Williams.
100%. Yeah,
They took us with him, but to be fair, he was very good.
I would love to have seen Robbie.
It was like prime Robbie Williams as well.
Oh yeah, Prime when he was Pisshead.
Yeah.
That's when he was better. Oh, I need to put this video on though. I remember because they came out the floor. Do you like Busted?
Yeah, I used to love Busted when I was younger. A lot. I've not listened to it for a long time, but they were so good.
So, my first gig, obviously never seen anyone live,
Yeah.
not even like in a pub.
Hmm.
I don't know why that was a reference, but such a build up like this. Still remember this to this day. We were like top left, absolutely shitting myself. It's like dead loud or whatever. I was like, this can't be them.
Circuit activated.
You always take it for granted now, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a great first gig to go to. McFly supported him
Wow.
before they were famous. Now McFly better.
Yeah. They just released another song, haven't
Yeah, so I wanted to bring that up again. That's my song of the week. McFly's
Really?
new song.
they? Wow.
But it was the performance that they did of it. Have you listened to it?
Oh, do you know what? I haven't listened to it, but I know what video you're talking about.
The live.
Yeah, the
lounge.
live one. Yeah. I haven't
It's-
actually watched it yet.
It's so chill and it's such a good vibe. Like, and I relate McFly to the Beatles a lot. in
Yeah.
that they have two vocalists.
Four piece.
Yeah, and
Additional.
It's just straightforward. They can keep writing songs without adding. Obviously, they've got
Yeah.
trumpets and shit in this, but I just love how they have that dynamic.
Yeah,
And
it's
just keep using it.
you can't sort of not. I know the song's still happening. You can't not be happy like listening to this sort of music.
No. Look at that guy on the trumpet. That's
Yeah.
me all the time.
He's just rocking out, isn't
Yeah.
he? So-
Nothing can change that man's mood now. He's just
No,
locked in,
not,
isn't he?
not one bit. They are such a good artist.
It's
And
just
also
simple
talented,
happiness.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when I went to see Robbie Williams when I was younger,
Mhm.
I don't even remember the band.
Where was it?
Orson. It was in actually some in Glasgow.
Oh right.
My uncle lives in Scotland anyway, so it wasn't. So we
Okay,
sort of
right.
like double whammied it. There's a band Orson. They did No Tomorrow. They
Yes.
were supporting.
So they must have been.
So that was the height of that song as well.
Oh yeah. Not,
And they were supporting it. So it was
That
like a
proves how
double
big Robbie
whammy.
was.
Yeah, it was a double whammy at the time. It was like, wow. I mean, I think after that era, I never heard that band ever again.
They were a one-hit wonder.
They were definitely what. Well, I'll say they had No Tomorrow, and I can't remember what the other one was, but they had two good songs.
Remember Franz Ferdinand?
I do remember. I listened to Franz Ferdinand a lot when I was younger. Really big fan. But from watching that one Robbie Williams concert with them supporting, it was years before I watched a live. But I think the first time after that was when we went to see Coldplay at the Etihad.
Yeah. 2012.
2012.
Shit.
We were doing our GCSEs at the time.
Yeah, it was. We were in maths, weren't we, together?
Yeah.
We had maths like the next day or the day that day.
It
or
was
the day
it was a
before.
day after. I'm
Yeah, I
sure
thought
it
it
was.
It was that.
We had our maths GCSE the
Yeah.
day after and went to see Coldplay. And to be
love
fair, they were so good, Coldplay.
Oh god, yeah.
They were amazing. And they had, I think, Rita Ora. Do you remember? Was it Robin?
Robin, she was fucking weird.
She was
Where's she now?
bizarre. It was,
Her and Rita Ora, wasn't it?
yeah. Rita Ora was pretty good.
Well, she proved it, hasn't she now?
Yeah, but Robin was, she looked like she lost the plot.
She like just picked someone off the crowd and like, who's had the most wine? Get her on stage.
So since then,
Yeah, let's go through gigs.
right. I'll try and do it from the top. I mean, it's hard because I've seen quite a few now.
Would you say the bulk of it's been in the last 2 or 3 years then?
I'd probably say the past 5 years mainly. I've seen Twin Atlantic a few times.
Yeah, you've been with Harvey. You went when we were at uni there, didn't you?
Yeah, they're very, very, very good band live. They're one of them small venue bands,
Yeah,
but
you can't
very,
beat that.
very, very good. I love watching Cortinas.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen them twice now. I saw them in Leeds. I saw them in Blackpool. And the
That-
Blackpool gig was absolutely insane.
I bet it was.
It went off.
I don't know why. Like, that's another thing I'd like to touch on. Like how, like Cortinas. Do you think it's the Oasis fans, the ones who wanted to be in the 90s at that
Yeah.
age?
I think it's just appealing because
It is. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I understand the appeal, but it's fascinating how people like.
It's almost the same. It's like it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It's just the band changed. It's like it's almost like the same Arctic Monkey sort of crowd
Yeah, that's what I mean.
in a way.
But it makes me laugh how like some people like that who like the Monkeys and Cortinas won't even go near like Muse, Linkin Park,
Yeah,
things like that. Like
it's such a strange thing to sort of shy away
it's very
from.
niche.
So I've seen them twice, which is at both times fantastic. I was supposed to go to Heaton Park last year and see him there, but I didn't, which I'm quite glad I didn't because I heard very bad things about that gig. I heard that the beer price was so extortionate.
Yeah.
I think it pissed it down all day. So I was just
That's
like
like the top 2 things you don't want to.
yeah. So I ended up not going. So I'm quite glad I saw my ticket for that occasion. I've seen Tom Jones. I saw Tom Jones at Living Proms.
Yeah, that would have been 3-4 years ago, something.
Oh,
Bet that was
if not
mint.
longer. It was probably about 5 years ago, I imagine now. But it was about 2015 I saw him.
Right.
He was very good.
That's one thing I want to broaden my horizons with live gigs because most of it's just been rock.
Yeah.
But my mum saw Stevie Wonder about
Wow.
10-15 years ago,
Wow.
and like to me now, obviously at the time I was like nah, but like
Yeah,
now I'm
yeah,
like
of
I missed
course.
out.
To be fair, actually, so I'll start backwards if you will. So I'll start
Yeah.
from the furthest away. After Coldplay, I think my next gig was Eric Clapton, which is huge.
Where was that?
That was at MEN.
Right.
That I'd say that is my favourite gig I've been to. It's hard to say it was the best, but
Yeah,
I
it's
think it was
different, I know
my
what you mean.
favourite
Yeah.
because it's Eric Clapton.
Well, that's what I was like with Mayo last year. It was my favourite gig I've been to of all time, but it wasn't the best.
So fucking jealous of St. John Mayer.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him. My friends go. I've got a couple of friends that do go and see John Mayer
It
as
was
well.
Chris and Ben, wasn't it?
Chris and Ben, yeah, and
It was on the big screen. That's how I knew it was him. It was Chris because Tom was in the same year as Chris, and I was with Tom.
oh right, okay.
So yeah, I recognise him.
I just want to go as soon as
was-
the tickets going out. I'm seeing him.
It was such a different experience compared to any gig I've ever been to. 'Cause
Really?
it was seated.
Yeah.
But then you stand up, so you've got your own place for your boogie and whatever.
Yeah.
But mate, it was just
I mean that was the same with Eric Clapton. We were on
yeah,
the floor,
yeah, we were,
but we were sat,
yeah, same.
which is quite a weird.
But it was nice.
Yeah, it is really nice, and I think it suits the music more. Cause he's
Yeah.
not necessarily get up and
No, it's stand
Although
up
it's
and
all-
watch the musicians play,
it's
isn't
like
it?
wow. So Clapton was for me unbelievable, and Peter Kay actually came out that night. So for the encore, Peter Kay came out with his double shovel,
Oh yes.
and it was
Is he a big fan then? I bet he
Yeah.
must be. Yeah.
yeah, it was amazing. He came on, and as I think Eric Clapton was playing not Smoke on the Water, Sunshine of Your Love.
Yeah.
He was playing the double shovel with it as well,
I love
which was
that.
just hilarious. Because I saw as Eric Clapton came off stage before the encore, you saw this big fat bloke run on stage. Like, who the hell's this guy? It's like, oh look, some idiot's got on the stage. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Peter Kay.
Yeah. Everyone is immediately happy now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Peter
like,
Kay's here.
Shit, it's Peter Kay. So I saw Clapton, and this when it started to get a bit hazy. So then probably Tom Jones was the next one after that. I've seen Will Smith. I saw Will Smith when he was in Blackpool.
Oh, was that a switch on, or was it? No, it was just him.
That was
wasn't
just him at the Headlands. That was surprisingly
it?
very.
He's a showman, though, isn't he?
Yeah, it was very, very good. For like, and to be fair, he did like nearly 2 hours, I think.
Of what?
He has like 3 albums, you know.
See, I didn't even.
Yeah.
Was that 90s?
Yeah, 90s. And he had DJ Jazzy Jeff with him as well,
Of course.
which was insane. You know, he's popping when he's playing,
Oh yeah.
rapping Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck are you
The whole
doing in Blackpool?
Blackpool
Why are
just
you
went
in
off.
Blackpool?
Yeah.
His only UK date.
Still, like, but doesn't that make you kind of happy to be here? Because like, there's Blackpool still, as much as it isn't like Manchester, Liverpool, London, nothing else is like it.
No, it
it
still
might be
has-
shitter, but it's different.
It still has some sort of reputation to it where
Yeah.
we can get these artists.
Sinatra came here. I know that's 60 odd years ago,
But
but
it's
I don't
crazy.
care.
Frank Sinatra.
He's one of my top
Frank
boys.
Sinatra and Will Smith.
Yeah. Who won
Which
the
is
fight? No.
bizarre. But he was so, like you say, this show him and he really sold it. And he had he played his new song, I think, before it got released. I mean, it was crap. In my eyes, it didn't.
If somebody else sang it, it would have been worse. Okay, like,
Yeah.
Will Smith, it's like, yeah. Okay.
But you know, maybe that was the purpose of the sort of. I won't say it was a tour. I think he did 3 European shows. I think he did one in Blackpool, one in Denmark, and one in like Spain or something.
Worst tour manager ever.
Yeah. So that's the confusing bit with that. He could have done so many shows. There's no way.
He could have done every like city, in the
Major
country.
city in the country, yeah. So he could have easily done Liverpool, Manchester, London, Glasgow, Cardiff,
Birmingham,
all that
Yeah.
stuff easily. But just one show in Blackpool. Why? Oh, he's convinced Will Smith to come to Blackpool. What's going on there? Someone is done him a wrong. They've sold him the dream there. Sold him the dream.
Someone showed him an article for Blackpool, but from 50 years ago, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to go there." Yeah,
Yeah,
bit different, mate.
really, really good.
Yeah,
Put him in the Norbert Castle.
yeah.
It's like, how much is this room? 14 quid.
Yeah. Breakfast is free.
If you want to call it breakfast.
Yeah, I've never actually been in a Norbert Castle hotel room. I don't know why I would.
I've not
because
been in the hotel. I've been in the hotel. I've been in the bars and stuff, but I've not been in the
Do you
room.
remember the ship they had?
yeah,
playground?
yeah, I do actually.
I don't know what it was called. They had a name.
Yeah, it did.
My
God,
mum-
that was a long time ago.
Fun fact: my mum saw George Michael in Norbert Castle
Wow,
perform. Not just
Wow.
not just having a pint like he did a show there in
he
the 80s.
actually did a show. Holy shit!
That's cool, isn't it?
That's another weird one. Why the hell is he in
Yeah.
Norbert Castle?
Probably because in the 80s it was one of the places to be.
Mm.
Now it's just a shithole.
So some of the other bands I've seen, I've seen Paul Simon.
Mm-hmm.
That was his farewell tour as well. So that is the last tour he's doing, which is. I mean, I want to say it's a bit of an honour to sort of like have that.
It's like a bucket list thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
guess.
like there is now no other opportunity. I mean, it's probably still. I think they always do this. There's a farewell tour, and then like we'll just do one more.
Farewell again tour.
But
So
like,
what kind of artist would you compare him to then? Because I don't really have much.
he's almost on his own, Paul Simon. I mean, for me, you're looking at. You Can Call Me Al. I love Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard. That is probably one of my favourites.
I've been here before in terms of this song's formula.
It's like a feeling, isn't it?
But this, yeah, exactly. But this is a different kind of song that I've not heard before. There are some songs, like we said with AC/DC,
Yeah.
you've heard that kind of song before. Starts with the riff, drums come in, singing
Yeah.
starts, break, chorus, again, and like repeat.
And I love Diamonds on the Soles of His Shoes because they actually play it on a fretless bass,
Right.
which is...
Is that the one where it doesn't have the thing on the end?
That's when they literally don't have the frets. It's just a normal bass, but they don't have any frets on it at all.
So like
So it's almost
Like-
it's almost like a double bass if you picture
like
it.
caveman bass.
So good. So good. That's Grey Song as an album is amazing.
There's a lot of, not a lot, but there's a few artists I've got that are like that I want to make sure you know.
So from Paul Simon, I also saw Billy Joel.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal. He was so as a singer, he's fantastic, but as a showman, he's also very, very good.
Yeah, that's what vibe I got from what I thought I knew of him, was that he's a showman.
Yeah, he was brilliant. Obviously, he's got like, the build up was to Piano Man, and it was when that went, it was like holy shit. I mean, he played it right as the last encore song as well.
You knew it was coming in like.
Yeah, and it was phenomenal. It was so good. So I'm so happy I've seen him as well. Who else have I seen?
You're getting up to quite recently now, then, aren't you? If you.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some I've missed in there, and that's what's winding me up. Liam Gallagher. Saw Liam Gallagher 2 years ago. He was very good. The only disappointing thing I'd say about Liam Gallagher is he did 1 hour. He did 1 hour. Like, he went off, and I was like...
Did he go off after like 40 then?
Like, he just went off, and that was it.
That's what I mean. That's his way of going, yeah, I'm sick, but it's like, come on, mate.
Yeah, I
paid
think...
like 60 quid or something.
Maybe he did. I think maybe he did come off and do an encore, and he got Boner back, who was the...
I thought he said Bonard.
Bonard.
Bonard to come back on, like someone just got him a boner and he came on.
Boner!
Bonard, yeah, he was a guitarist, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he actually came on and did, I think he did Rock and Roll Star, which was awesome to see.
Oh, God, yeah.
But for me, that gig, someone stole the show from him. That was Richard Ashcroft. He was supporting, and he was phenomenal. He was so good, especially when Bittersweet Symphony came on.
Yeah, oh God.
And he absolutely smashed it. His voice is amazing. I think he actually did longer than Liam Gallagher did, and it's like it was almost like it was his gig. It was almost like I went to see Richard Ashcroft.
So has he been out of it for a while, Richard Ashcroft, and come back?
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, since The Verve, I think he's got a couple of songs of his own. I don't really listen to him on his own.
Yeah, aside from The Verve, yeah.
But it was standout, that gig. In terms of other supporting artists, Jerry Cinnamon at Cortinas, he was supporting them, and he was phenomenal. He was so good, and that was just before like the hype.
Yeah.
Of him.
Do you think he's on the down now, or is he actually all right?
Possibly. He's just. I think he hit the height of his fame, and then he's just gone quiet almost. He's got a couple of songs out.
Yeah, he's just not as he got lucky kind of thing.
Yeah, my biggest regret of that gig is I only caught the last like 2 songs of Jerry Cinnamon because I was in the pub instead. I was like, shall we go watch this guy, or shall we stay and have another couple of pints? And it was like another couple of pints, and I came and I was like, oh, he's really good.
But so was the 2 pints.
Yeah,
like...
so was a couple of pints, to be fair. But I do wish, looking back now, I do wish I went to see him.
At least you got a bit of it rather than out.
And I was meant to have seen Queen by now, or Queen with Adam Lambert in June.
That would still be sick. What, June is?
Yeah, it would have been June this year, but obviously COVID-19.
Where was it?
It was I think Manchester Arena again.
Okay, sick. I would have gone to that. I didn't hear about that. Has he done a lot of tours with him? Yeah,
they've been doing it for a couple of years. They tend to come round, I think, every 2 years. They're coming round in the UK. I mean, realistically, they're going all over, aren't they? So,
oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not cancelled now. They've postponed it to next year. The tickets were absolutely obscenely priced.
Oh God, yeah. Well, that's like
but it was like the justification of like how often do you get to see Queen, or
yeah. Well, to be fair,
what is now considered Queen.
It's good that that's still a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it don't really matter about price at the end of the day, as long as it's not over 600 quid.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to see. I really, really wanted to see Paul McCartney's last tour. I just couldn't get tickets for any sort of reasonable fee.
Yeah, like 70 quid and you're in the gods. Or
yeah,
was it more?
it was. I mean, I tried to get them as soon as they came out. I couldn't even get them. I think it's all of in like a minute. I couldn't even get like any. I was waiting for like half an hour before the queues opened. Couldn't get tickets. I was like, well, what they're like on resale, and they were like 450 quid each, and I was like, wow. I was like, I'm sorry, I just can't afford that.
Sorry, Paul.
I need to live. I need to eat.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen Paul McCartney yet, which I'm gutted about.
Never say never.
Never say never. So
I never thought I'd see Mayer.
I mean, they're my priorities, Mayer and McCartney now.
If they did a song,
Oh, don't do this to me.
my pants would be full.
Do an album together.
Just have a sex tape.
Do a tour. Do tour together.
Yep.
That's selling a dream out there. So, for you, we've gone over myself of who I've seen.
I've seen lots.
So who's
First was Busted.
Yep.
Then a year later, McFly.
Mhm.
And then 2009, I went to see Muse
Yeah.
in Liverpool. That was amazing.
Mhm.
And then we're into 2010. Who have I seen? I've got all the stuff now on here. I think it was 2010. I don't think I saw anyone. Then 2011 was Maiden with Harvey and Brown.
Yeah.
And have you heard of Airborne?
I have heard of them.
They
But I
they
can't-
supported Maiden. So, the 2 times I've seen Maiden, the 2 best support bands I've ever seen. Airborne supported him in 2011, and in 2016, Shinedown supported him. Have you heard of Shinedown?
I have heard Shinedown. Sorry, just to interject on that, when I saw Clapton, Gary Clark Jr. was supporting him, and he was fucking amazing.
I love that one. A support
I
artist
hadn't
just-
even heard of him at this point either. I was like, he's fucking very, very good.
Yeah, right.
And it was like one of the ones you like, you write it down on your phone. You're like, right, when I get home,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be straight.
Well, that's
on
what
it.
we were like with Shinedown. They were such a good support band, and with Airborne as well. When we walked into the arena, we could hear them, and they're such a powerful band.
Yeah.
You will have heard this song, but we've got into the arena, and you know when someone's far away, all you can hear is the bass.
Yeah.
You walk into the MEN, you're like, I want to fucking run on the ceiling. Like, this song is mint. I think it was this song that we came to the arena and this was on. I think it might be on Guitar Hero, this song.
Possibly.
But that was amazing. That was 2011.
Yeah.
Then Coldplay 2012. I can't think there was anyone else 2012.
It was a hard year, 2012, because obviously we were obviously going through school as well.
Yeah.
We're on our last year, weren't we?
That must have been the best year we've had.
What?
You know, I always think, you know, when Brian Adams, Summer of '69.
Yeah.
I always think Summer of 2012. Like, that was it.
Do you know what? The worst thing is with that is we sort of took it for granted as well.
Yeah, but you're meant to, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're not meant to thought. You're meant to just live it.
Because
and then
they
go back.
actually are the best years of your life, and
Right,
you don't even know, like, it's happening then, and then it's just gone.
This is a separate whole podcast thought, but I'm so glad that we didn't have the same technology we did then that we do now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we all had iPhone X's?
Oh,
On the beach?
I'm so happy. I think I got my own first phone in year 8. I think it was. And it was a Motorola flip phone.
Yeah.
And I had like £5 credit a month, so I had to use my text wisely.
Did you?
Otherwise, that was it. And there was no Facebook was a thing on your computer,
Yeah.
but to have it on a phone, that was. It didn't
I don't
exist.
think we never had that. We had that maybe last year of school. I think Facebook on phones.
Yeah. It just wasn't a massive thing. Smartphone.
MSN was the thing.
MSN. Go home. Chat on MSN.
Update your whole long line of things.
Yeah, with all your mates in
all
with
your
different
mates,
emojis next to
Liverpool,
them.
yeah, all your footy teams and that.
Yeah, and I used to have mine so that it could, whatever song I was playing,
Yeah, oh yeah.
it would come up.
You know, Beatles.
It was just the Beatles all the time. I was like, is he confused? Has he got any other songs? Just the same 3 songs going over and over again.
Oh mate.
But they were the days. They really were the days.
I remember Bluetooth in Harvey, a Muse song, and we had to put our phones like that
Yeah.
so we could connect our Bluetooth.
Infrared.
Infrared, bro.
Infrared.
We both had Sony Ericsson Walkmans.
yes, yeah, the
with
W8,
Cybershot.
the W850s.
Yeah, the white and orange ones.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember the day he stopped working. He went. It was like a tenner. I was like, I'm not gonna. And he, instead of bidding it, he just threw it into the sea.
the
I
thing
remember
is,
that.
they were such good phones. As
Oh
well.
god, yeah.
They were brilliant. And I'm really glad that we had no technology back then.
Yeah.
Like you say, we were actually very lucky to have it. To have it now, when
It's
we're
not-
older, and we appreciate it more. I know we only been that then. When we're older, and we appreciate it more now.
Just fall off your chair. Jesus.
Jeez. To appreciate it more now than to sort of be born into it. I couldn't think of anything worse.
No, because kids want it when they're like 6.
Yeah.
And like, no, you need to.
You need to
Fall off
have
a bike
you need a
and-
block phone now
Yeah.
for now.
They should still sell them. Like
Yeah.
phones should have age limits on them.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
films.
Like films.
I'm dragging.
You have to be 18 plus to have an iPhone.
Yeah, because you don't. That'll stop pedos, won't it?
Yeah. Who needs Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram at the age of
No,
even below 16?
You need vitamin D.
You do. You need to get yourself out there. Oh, God, it was so bizarre. 'Cause we just spent years. I can't remember who I was speaking to. Do you remember there was a period in our lives where our day to day, our weekend consisted of collecting everyone up.
It was like sheepdogging, wasn't it?
Yeah, sheepdogging everyone together, and then we'd go to Lidl, buy 17p lemonade,
And
and then blow it up on the park.
yeah, that was. I've still got videos of that. I've got the whole of lockdown. I spent sorting everything out into years, months, days. We'll do 2010. What was 2010? Oh, what a fucking pick! You were here this day.
Oh no! I've repressed these pictures. Oh, that bench top. Do you know what? I wasn't obsessed with bench. I think my whole family thought I was,
Yeah.
and then just kept buying me bench stuff.
It was affordable though, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
It was a Freeport shop, and I was like, oh my, oh no.
Do you remember them?
Yeah, I do. Oh God, 10 years ago, 14. Oh,
So yeah,
puberty did us favors.
it did, mate. I'm still waiting for it, but yeah,
Oh God, that was amazing. So
that's a separate podcast. We'll do that.
I know,
another day.
yeah. Back to where we started. So 2012, we saw
Coldplay. There's small gigs. I think I started doing smaller gigs later on.
Mhm.
But I think I might have missed a couple. I don't know. But 2013 was Muse at Etihad.
Yeah.
That was amazing with Finn and Harvey. I don't think there was any more in 2013, but 2014 was McBusted
Wow.
with Ryan.
Yeah.
That was something else. We were a full row. We were the only 2 men on that row. But we were screaming.
We
like
love you.
Yeah.
Dougie.
Yeah. 2015 Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I was there.
Cricket
Yeah,
ground.
yeah, Old Trafford. Yeah,
That was amazing.
yeah, I went to see that. You were right at the front,
Right.
and I was right in the middle.
I don't know which one I would have preferred. Were you near the B stage then? Were you when they did the
Yeah.
other set or
Yeah.
whatever?
No, in fact, I was further away
Yeah.
from that, but I would say I was probably about 3/4 of the way back, because I was at work as well that day. So like, we literally just dusted as fast as we can that day.
I was at uni, living in Manchester, so
Yeah.
that was alright, wasn't it?
What a guy!
Yeah.
That was a couple months before he broke his leg, wasn't it as well?
Yeah. That's how close I was.
Mental.
I don't think there's any more in 2015. 2016 was Maiden again. 17. Ooh, that was a good show. What's 17? Did I do any there? It's good I could find out now, can't I? Elbow. That was a sound check. I got to see Elbow sound check. Do
Wow.
you like Elbow?
I don't mind Elbow.
I've never listened to him, but
Yeah, they're not bad. Yeah, I can't what the album's called. We have a Seldom album or something like that. That's quite a good album.
the one with the orange cover. Orangish.
I think it is. Yeah, that one. One with Cube on it.
With Cube. Yeah, my lecturer knew
The
him.
Seldom Scene Kid.
Yeah. Electro did the sound for him on one of their tours, and he was like, they're doing Apollo, which is down the road from our uni. We'll
Yeah.
watch him soundcheck, and I was like,
Wow.
that was good. I don't think there's any more in 2017 because that was the year I finished uni.
Yeah.
Oh, Iron Maiden was 2017, not 2016.
Mhm.
So what was 2016? Sorry, now you've asked me, I need to find out.
I need to know exactly.
2016 we did a lot of filming, I know that much. Coldplay, again. I knew it
Oh, so you've seen
So-
Coldplay twice?
twice in thingy, Etihad.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one video on here. Which one is it? Is it this one?
They put on a great show.
Because they've got the songs
Yeah.
to make a set list, I think. That's what helps
Yeah.
when you've got a brilliant array of songs.
And they have like such like, again, they're another band with such variety because they've been going so long. They've adapted their music to sit,
Yeah.
but
They
still
stay
kept-
relevant.
they've still kept themselves like within their roots of like what they. Although the songs have never changed, but they have. Like if you look back from like
core
the,
elements,
yeah, from, like, if you look back from like the Scientists and
yeah.
Yellow to like where they are now, or even like with the Man Alexander album,
Yeah.
that was
I think that was
a
their
great,
peak.
yeah, such a good album that because that's when we saw them in 2012 on it.
Yeah.
They just done Paradise.
I think that's
and-
when they went from arenas to stadiums, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they were so good to see.
And what's made that better, I think, as well, is that it's always been the same four. When bands
Yeah.
chop and change, that's
Yeah,
when they
it
lose that.
just doesn't. They lose that gel and the
Mm.
songs change and it's not quite right.
Oh, 2018 was good. I think I saw about 10 gigs this year.
Wow.
February, no, we're in LA then. March was 30 Seconds to Mars. You a fan of them?
I used to listen to a little bit back in the day.
They always changed a bit. they've got a
Because
lot
they had
of
that
it,
song on Guitar Hero which I loved. And I can't remember what it's called. Is it Jared? It's Jared Leto on it. Yeah.
It's just him and the drummer, who's his brother.
Wow.
The guitarist was ill, so he didn't come there. Kings and Queens, that's a great song.
Kings and Queens. That was it. Yeah.
We may. Yeah. May. What did they do then? There was another. Sure, I saw another gig. Because me and Harvey went to see Def Havana. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of them.
Oh, that was 2019, I think. La Fontaine's. Do you like or heard of the La Fontaine's?
I've heard it. I don't know what
Scottish.
type of.
So it's Harvey's favourite band, I think.
Okay.
Think he saw them support someone. Might have been Twin Atlantic because they're Scottish. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think Harvey's seen him about 7 times. I've seen him about 5.
Well.
Harvey, this was September, right? I remember this now. Harvey messaged me saying, there's a gig in Manchester with this band I like. It was £8. I was doing nothing. Me, him and Barrett went down, got the train, didn't know any of the songs, and this was the first gig. And it was like, very small venue.
Wow.
They got a rapper or whatever, and then the drummer sings the chorus. Nice little dynamic. But I've seen him a few times now. Editors. This is a topic.
I know I've heard of him, but I can't put any songs to a name.
So I've seen these, I think, 3 times now. Very good English from Birmingham, I think, and you will have heard.
Yeah, I know this one.
Very good sort of
Yeah,
good rock band. This one.
doesn't ring a bell.
Mate.
It's good.
Oh my god, they've got so many good songs. Just thinking of it now. But they're another good live band. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
see if I can find any. This is at the Apollo. Sounds shit, obviously. But they've got a lot of variety as well. Like,
Yeah.
But I'm glad you know this one.
Yeah. I think it's on a FIFA, you know.
I think one of they have a FIFA song. But these are, I think, probably my top 10.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you got any nearly bands? Nearly banned you sin? So maybe you had tickets and you didn't go, or you sold them, or...
No, I don't think so. No,
I have one nearly I saw, and I regret actually not seeing it. I think it was last year I was supposed to go see Greta Van Fleet. And I
Liverpool, wasn't it?
and I went, I can't bother.
No, right. So yeah, when you say nearly, I wanted to see them for that tour, but I never did because either the day I was busy or I didn't have the money at the time. But I remember seeing that tour date come up, and I was like, I can see them in Liverpool. They are fucking brilliant. Greta
Yeah,
Van
they
Fleet.
are. And I the thing is, at the time I hadn't listened to them, so I was going with Chris
Yeah.
and another lad we know. And it came to the day, and I was like, I've been at work all day. I didn't know the band. I was like,
It's the Trek, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll give it a miss. Just if someone wants to go, you just give them a ticket up. So I ended up taking Ben with him, and they had a really good time.
Have you
And
listened to
then-
them
yeah.
since?
Yes, I have.
They are something else.
They're very, very good, and it's one of them. I was like, why did I not just go?
I know.
I paid for the ticket as well. I'd already paid for it. It's like it wasn't dear. I think it was like 18 quid.
Mm.
I could have just gone. It would have taken no effort really.
Well, yeah, if you weren't driving, then maybe. But it's,
Yeah.
yeah, I get what you mean. I'm trying to think if I've not had any.
Already said yep. Already paid. Didn't go.
Bullet. No, I don't think I think I might have been too young because Tom went to see Bullet and he said it was the scariest night of his life. Just because they're so heavy and it was like we're gonna
What?
do a wall of death and Tom
Oh,
went
no.
no no
no.
pretty much.
So who else have you seen then? So from 2018.
Oh, I saw Hans Zimmer in 2017
Wow.
for free.
Holy shit. For free? How for free?
I messaged the sound engineer. I was like, I want to be a sound engineer. Can I come and shadow you? Went to the sound check. I messaged him on LinkedIn and met him at the stage door, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to show you around." Before the gig, during the sound check, and he went, "So do you want to stay for the gig then?" Such
You were
like
never going to say no, were you?
no, but I
Nah, it's all right, mate.
yeah. Nah, I'm too
I'm-
tired, mate.
I'm out for tea tonight.
Yeah, bedtime.
That's mental.
But see, they asked me such a like chilled way of asking me. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. Phil. I don't know why that came to my mind then. I thought it was a fart. So basically, I sat on one of the flight cases next to the engineer and just watched the
Wow.
whole gig. And there was one bit.
Wow.
There's one bit. You know, when people say like your jaw dropped.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the only one time that's happened to me without having any control of it.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a rare thing to happen. But it's this song, and it was at the end. Because this gig's on Netflix.
Is it?
From this tour. I saw it in Manchester, but this clip is in Prague. Prague. If it's not on YouTube, I'm gonna...
His music alone is so fucking good anyway.
Oh no. Please don't.
Especially like looking at Pirates of the Caribbean, it's such iconic music.
Oh god, yeah. Please be a video, not the audio. Oh, he is as well. So it's the last bit of this medley, if you want to call it that. He's weird. So this is 9 minutes in. It's the last bit where it just absolutely kicks
Yeah.
off, and I was like, it sounded so good as well. It's too loud. The lighting as well, like it just takes over your head. Well, this was again such a different experience. Like everyone
Yeah.
just sat there, like taking it all in. How do you even write this, mate?
Wow.
How big will your balls feel at this point?
Oh. can't not feel happy listening
I
to
know.
this song.
I want to have 4 legs and just run somewhere like a horse.
It's the ultimate I'm on a mission song.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, like traffic and you gotta get to the chippy before it shuts. Oh, it's this next bit where it sort of turns on you and just lifts and then ends. Oh, I love it. There was this bit now where I was like, scary almost, isn't it? Fuck, how good is that?
Holy shit.
I'm gonna get
It's
another
weird
can.
because you don't even think about, like, I'm going to go see a composer. And it's
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Do it, mate. It's the way forward. Get another drink.
Yeah. If you've got a beer, just grab one out of the fridge or whatever, there's someone top.
Probably because I didn't pay for it. I just forgot about it. but-
Yeah, that what an experience to even, like, go and be with the
Mm.
engineers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's,
I think he said he had 126 inputs to mix.
wow.
Like,
That's
compared to like when Beatles
crazy.
recorded back in the day, they had
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Gigs. 2019 was Mayer and Metallica.
That's mental.
Oh, in 1 month it was Mayer, Metallica, Muse, La Fontaine's.
Wow.
4 in 1 month.
4 in a month. That must have been a manic, expensive.
It was, but it was
month,
amazing.
But yeah.
I think I was between jobs and I was like just doing whatever.
Yeah.
I think that was it really.
So
Yeah.
I would say none this year, but I mean like the first couple.
Oh,
months
editors.
before.
I went to see editors in
wow.
March.
So
I think
that's
it was
lucky timing.
I think it was the last day of Feb. So about a week or so before lockdown. Probably shouldn't have been, but we didn't know, did we?
No, that's so good. At least you got to see something right before the end of lockdown. I mean, I said that with like seeing Mayweather. Like, imagine that was like the month before.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they would have done that.
Especially Mayweather as well.
Yeah.
Imagine you giving Mayweather COVID. Mate.
Just cough straight on him.
yeah, yeah. Look at Little Britain.
So, sticking with music, have you seen?
The Muffin Man. Sorry.
Have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes.
Have you seen Rocket Man?
Yes.
Now, what's your favourite of them two? Because I really prefer Rocket Man
Okay.
to Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm-
They're
I'm-
both very
I'm
good,
The other way.
really. For me, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was
Were you
not really a
closer to
massive
Elton?
Elton John fan before I watched Rocket Man, but since watching it, I'm like, I listen to quite a lot now.
Mm.
But because obviously I had sort of expectations with Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's not that
It
they
had
weren't
bigger, it
met,
had bigger boots to fill, didn't it?
but
I
yeah,
guess?
bigger boots. It's like you can't pretend to be Freddie Mercury.
He did a
just
good
do-
job.
to be
Did he win
fair,
the Oscar for it?
yeah. To be fair,
It's deserved.
there's literally probably no one in the world that could probably do the role as good as him. 'Cause he did nail it, and it
Yeah.
was probably as close as you could get in cinema
Mm.
to have some sort of Freddie Mercury story about it actually being Freddie Mercury.
I prefer the stories. It was the way the films were made. In that Elton John's film, there's a lot of. It was more musically. It was
Yeah.
more like
Yeah, it was.
if there's a sad song, they'll start singing and people will join in. That
Mhm.
took me out of it. I don't know why,
Right.
because I do like musicals, but I think it's because I'd watched Bohemian first and I was like, this is gonna be like Bohemian, but
Yeah.
with Elton. But it was different.
I don't. For me, with Bohemian Rhapsody, it was so much more dramatized.
Yeah, it was
Then-
more Hollywoody.
Yeah, and from what I believe is the truth and what actually did happen in terms of facts, I believe some of the stuff that did happen just was off like the time and stuff, and the fact that
It was
Brian May and Roger Taylor had the input in as well, and they still sort of went with it.
It's just dramatise though.
Yeah,
It's
I
to-
mean,
it's to
that's what
make
makes
make
it-
a better film.
Yeah, makes it a better film, which I get, but I don't know. I mean, it's the same with Rocket Man, I suppose, but I suppose I've got a greater connection with Bohemian Rhapsody because I want it to be this. I want it to be absolutely bang on.
Yeah.
It's like any sort of Beatles film. Now it's hard for me to watch. It's so hard for me to watch.
Do you think they'll nail it in the future?
Yeah, I think they'll get down to it. I mean, a lot now. If you look back at Rogue One in terms of Star Wars, to obviously at the end they have young Princess Leia in,
Yes.
but it's CGI. And it's same with Talking,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Math talking.
Yeah.
But they did that as well in yesterday with John Lennon.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
they?
It's
Did they get some geezer who look like him?
CGI it and it looks good. So maybe you could on that route. Now, got to actually just sticking on like the movie film topic.
It was a good. Hans Zimmer was a nice little bridge, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it really was. There was a Beatles film I watched. Well, I think my parents bought it for me when I was, I don't know how old. I must have been like 18 at the time, and it was Christopher Eccleston playing John Lennon.
The best Doctor Who.
Agreed. He was. I think that stuck with us as the Doctor Who because he was like the first one for us.
Yeah,
wasn't
100%. And then
he? I
when
loved
he
David
left, it
Tennant.
was-
David Tennant was very good.
I stopped after Eccleston.
Really? But Eccleston was very good. Now, that film has ruined Christopher Eccleston for me.
In that you can't see him as anyone else.
I can't, no. Because in the film, he plays John Lennon and he's butt naked in one of the scenes. And I'm just thinking, I've seen Doctor Who's balls.
I was going to say, no, that's not John Lennon's penis.
I've seen that before.
Have you seen, Chris Evans?
Yeah,
Apparently his dick pic's been leaked.
really.
So he put it on Twitter by mistake or whatever. But someone put a meme saying, I'm not bothered. As far as I'm concerned, that's America's penis.
But the thing is, he actually played the part very, very well of John Lennon in it, and it was just the fact it literally ruined the entire film for me.
What was this? Was he just getting down with some girls?
I can't even remember.
With Yoko?
It was doing some sort of photo shoot or something, and
Was
I
it-
was just like, that's either my hero's balls or my hero's balls. That was John Lennon's,
Yeah.
which I don't want to see.
But they were disgusting.
Or Doctor Who, my child of Doctor Who's balls.
Was he showing Yoko his Ono?
He was, and
Oh, yeah.
it was hairy. It was overly hairy as well.
Oh!
Yeah, and I'm like, well, this ruined a lot.
Yeah,
for
what
me.
age were you again when you saw that?
I was probably like 17, 18. at
Well,
the
you don't
time.
get pubes till you're that age, do you? Oh, shit.
I've had one or two. I had a comb over. To make
I
up
called
for
it the pube.
The great band name.
Yeah, just the pube. There's so many more artists. Right. So we've done Zac Brown. We've briefly
Yeah.
touched on Chris Stapleton. We know that that's... we know we like him. So how far do you go into... So we've done metal with rock. Or like hard rock.
Define what you class as hard.
Like Metallica. Because Metallica, they say the metal, but I think the rock.
I basically just something I just don't really dive into. It's just
Depends when you're in the mood for.
yeah. I've always been
Well, it's where you come from, and I started.
Yeah.
Metallica was one of the very first few bands I got into.
yeah. Like I said, I think my dad's influence in terms of my music, it was very either. It was Oasis when I was younger. It was always was Oasis. So that's why I love them so much. I do love Oasis. I'd say top albums. I could put What's the Story, Morning Glory in there. And I could
Oh,
easily
God, yeah.
put oh god, what's it called?
Definitely, maybe.
Definitely, maybe the most famous album.
Yeah. It's
um,
another good album title, isn't it?
exactly, but just so good. And have you seen Supersonic on Netflix?
Oh wait, yeah. There's another one that's just come out. That's just Liam, though, isn't it?
Yes,
As it was.
Yeah.
Me and Brown were taking the piss out of that. I was like, you should do a sequel called "Was It As?" Or like just every like variation of that possible. Is it was? When it how?
Lerm Gallagher.
Yeah. Guillaume Lalaga.
But I really enjoyed Supersonic. I thought it was. In fact, since lockdown, I think I've watched it 6 times.
Yeah. No, it was a very well made documentary, and I'm glad they both inputted into it.
Yeah, and it was there were such funny moments in that
Oh yeah.
as a documentary, which made it so much more entertaining, especially for me.
Yeah.
I was like someone who I never knew like loads about Oasis, but I always listened to them and I was like, oh shit, this is fucking
Makes
so
sense
good.
though now
Yeah.
when you see what they were like.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, it makes sense
fucking
why
piss
they
at
broke up.
bagheads.
Yeah, they were.
They were literally just bagheads. But I love that they're Northern as well.
Yeah, just normal Manchester blokes.
Yeah. You walk
Um,
past them on the street kind of thing. They're
yeah.
not like some special.
They were
like, prop-
hardcore though. They were seriously hardcore. They went.
They were professional. Not so much professionals. They were so, like Noel especially. He's a natural. That's what I would say.
Yeah, he's a
Songwriter.
musician.
Yeah.
Whereas Liam's a personality.
A baghead.
He is, and there's an interesting part of that documentary where they are in America, and it's like the first time they're in America, and they think they've got cocaine and they've got crystal meth, so they're snorting up meth, and they're doing it on stage and all sorts of stuff, and
Is that-
they are awful. They
Is
are
it-
so bad.
Was it what's the stadium before the Etihad? What was it called?
Main Road.
Yeah, I think it was a gig they did at Main Road, and it was like a bit where Liam wasn't singing, and he was just sat by the drum kit, and he's just there like that,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
absolutely monged out his head.
Yeah. In fact, I actually watched that
He's wearing
gig.
an Umbro shirt.
Yeah, I watched that gig. Umbro, bro.
Yeah.
Double Diamond.
Yeah.
I watched that gig not long ago. It's on YouTube actually.
Yeah.
And
Good gig.
they're performing whatever, and I don't know what happens in it, but for some reason, Liam obviously kicks off with Noel. So Liam turns around and it's like, "You fucking sing it then." So Noel goes, "All right then." So Liam's just sat there having a strop, having a fag on stage, and Noel just nails it, absolutely nails it, and it's like, oh my god, you can see like where the real talent.
Yeah, you
in
can't write
Oasis
that,
was.
You can't write that sort of shit, can you? That
No, he literally just took over. He's like, right, all right, then I'll do it, and he proper smashed it.
Composed.
Yeah, he's so good, and it's actually a really, really good. You can almost say cover because it's not. It's always Liam that sings it,
Yeah, so it's his own version of it then when
Yeah.
he started singing it.
and you could argue it's almost better than the original. Ooh, that's a topic I actually really want to speak to you about. Cover songs. So, out there, are there any cover songs that you prefer over the original?
Such a good question that I need.
Because there are. I mean, you're going to be led in bed tonight about 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'll
You'll
have to
wake up
ring
and
you.
go, I know it's bad. I mean,
An obvious one.
yes. Yes.
I'm glad I saw that one.
But we can go down the route of even like John Mayer with Free Falling.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
That's
I
a
didn't
really-
know. I didn't know of that song before that. I watched it live. But
Yeah.
the Tom Petty one's
Yeah,
decent.
Tom Petty, very, very good.
It's very good.
I mean, there's so many songs out there which you don't actually realise are cover songs.
Because it's like, you know, in Live Lounge when they completely change it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Have you heard Christine and the Queens?
I've heard
French
of
woman.
them, but
It's a woman. She's done this one. You'll know this song.
yeah.
See, I'll play this while I get the cover up. But it's one of the best Live Lounge covers I've ever seen. You know it?
Yeah, I know it. I just shocked at Biffy Clyro doing a cover.
So I love the original. It's a very, very good song. But I remember seeing this cover and I was like, it's not a mix of what I imagined. But the way that you just change it up. Do you like Biffy?
Yeah, I'm a fan of Biffy Clyro.
I will die before Methuselah.
And you like acoustic, don't you?
Yeah, of
So-
course, yeah.
Ammonia. And every morning with eyes all red, I'll miss them for all the tears they shed. But
Did you see when I played at college with the band? We had a band in college for like couple of months.
Is it Courtney Dresser?
Yeah,
See,
glad you remembered that.
I still remember.
Because I played that box.
Oh, did you?
I'd never played one before. Because it was like they were doing acoustic, and all I could play was drums, and like you wouldn't be able to hear them.
No.
But it's good.
Wow. This is really, really, really good cover.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good live lounge covers.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard Harry Styles' The Chain? What? Fleetwood Mac.
Oh right, okay. Yeah. That's
What
another
a
Fleetwood Mac.
cover.
I need to. It annoys me that I don't know enough about Fleetwood Mac. I know the stuff through Sound City, but
Honestly, Harry Styles' cover of that song is it's actually nearly criminal to say it's better than the original, but it's definitely up there.
what's it called? Yeah?
The Chain. And he just smashes it. And it's one of them ones it's so hard to say it's like better than the original because you feel like, well, it's different.
No, if it's different.
Yeah.
Go on, lad.
I'm doing my face with magic marker. I'm in my right place. Don't be a downer. I'm doing my face with magic marker. I'm in
nice,
my
isn't it?
right place.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Don't be a downer. Actually good. Can't help it if we're tilted. I am actually good. Can't help it if we.
The good thing about covers is it helps you discover two bands in one.
Yeah.
Right, else.
He smashed this, and
He's a good singer.
Do you know what? It's like in high school, someone's pride like, oh, Harry Styles is awful. One Direction, they're awful. But actually, Harry Styles is an incredibly talented musician. He's
Yeah.
very, very good.
Well, he's not going to be shit if
No.
he's got to where he is.
Exactly.
Have you heard of the Piano Guys on YouTube?
They ring a bell, but I can't.
It's a YouTube channel, 5-6 guys that all play piano and they're all fucking top of the notch. Yeah, I've heard this song. But they did What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction.
Oh, okay.
And it's such a lovely song.
Yeah.
Like, I'll put that on in a minute. I've heard this song, definitely. Sometimes certain songs suit people's voices, don't they?
Yeah.
Love it when there's a new song structure that comes in.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just so experimental.
Listen to the wind blow down, comes
Harmonies.
the night. Running in the shadows, damn your love, damn your lies. Break the silence,
Simple beats in it.
Yeah.
damn the dark, damn the light. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me.
So was this Stevie Nicks singing this? Or was she not in it
I
then?
can't even think of these things original.
So I don't know a lot about that history.
No, I don't know if it's Mick Fleetwood and Stevie Nicks that sing it together. Stevie Nicks is very, very good.
To this day.
Yeah.
This is lovely. Oh. We need to get to the studio and jam.
100%.
Well, that's a Rickenbacker, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Go on, love. She's fucked into there.
Keep us together. Keep us together.
It's a lovely song, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fucking great song.
We'll go find another cover each or something, and then we'll like take the next junction off, and we'll go to live performances.
Oh, don't even get me started on live.
Because this is a good bridge, isn't it?
Yeah. I love this cover.
A brilliant cover.
I mean, it's so, like I said before, there's so many songs you don't even realise that are covers.
Mm.
It's like "Make You Feel My Love" by Adele.
Yeah.
That isn't the
It's
original.
Bee Gees, isn't it?
It's
No.
Bob Dylan.
Yes, I knew it was. Fucking
And
hell. I've got
Bob
it on here.
Dylan's version's shite. It's
Yeah.
awful.
I've got some Bob Dylan in there.
I mean, I'm a fan of Bob Dylan, but his music is. You
Yes.
have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
You do really have to be in the mood for it.
It just reminds me of Family Guy. I don't know why.
Yeah. But he's very interesting.
Ghost.
Ghost, never heard of him.
Mate! Sorry, that was probably too loud. So this took me a while to get into them because my brother was like, they're the best band ever, Swedish rock band influenced by Metallica and Foo Fighters. They would, I think the Foos, like, sort of, like with Zac Brown again, came out and went, this band is mint.
Yeah.
The best bit about it is, no one knows any of the band members' names. They kept it all private,
Wow.
just the singers'
Yeah.
names. He's called Tobias Forge.
Great name.
Yeah.
Great name.
But they all wear masks. He calls them ghouls, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Swedish metal band. You'll like the music though. It's not like full on
Yeah.
metal. They're such a weird band. I love it. So they all wear these metal masks like that. She's a woman player, so she wears a woman mask. But he,
That Phantom of the Opera or something.
yeah. So he's a singer, but he has different characters.
Okay.
In the most recent gig, he has a mask that's a prosthetic mask.
yeah.
Most recent gigs, or most recent tour, he changed character.
Okay.
So he was wearing this outfit. It's like he kind of evolved, and his new name is Papa Emeritus 4. Like, it's a stage name.
Fuck.
It's so sick, though. He obviously takes the piss.
yeah.
That's him playing.
Looks very Slipknot-y in a way.
But, so, their most popular song is called Dance Macabre. I might play the video, actually, instead.
Yeah.
He writes all the music. Writes the theme tune, sing the theme tune. But he was like, I want to write a song that will get people dancing.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Everyone
mean,
kind of
that's
likes
good. That's a great start.
it.
That's some pretty good talent down there, so, you know.
Yeah.
We're Ghost.
But it's about the Black Plague, so it's a very happy dance song, but it's about the Black Plague.
Oh, no. Well, there's got to be a little bit of goth behind it, doesn't there?
Oh god, yeah.
Can't all be too happy.
It's such a good song, this, mate. If it fucking plays. I remember hearing this, and there's a fan video, people reacting to this song,
Yeah.
like loads of famous people are going, yeah, this is sick.
Wow.
I'm so happy you've not heard of these. But these supported Metallica.
Oh, okay.
I already knew him beforehand, and I was like glad that they were supporting him. They're all taking a piss.
Is that the Grudge or
Yeah, we're here for
something?
the party, man. What party?
It's almost
Party.
like
know,
Noel Fielding's
the party.
character in The
Yeah.
Antique Route.
Yeah.
Party here.
Just over the top, like.
Disco,
Yeah.
chicks, we're here for the
Oh, right. You mean this part?
They've got a song as well that's 4 or 5 minutes instrumental. It's got a
Been
trumpet solo and a
expecting
sax solo at the end, and
Wow.
it's just the lead singer's dad who's in his like 70s. Comes out playing it dressed as like a rabbi or something.
Wow. Of course. Just to make it more normal.
It's like ticking all the weird boxes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So good. I love this band. But it took me ages to get into them because I thought, oh, they're so fucking weird. Like,
Yeah.
leave me alone. But when I put this song on, I was like, yeah, there we go. It's kind of heavy, but it's not screamo
Yeah.
either. When they played this at the Etihad, the whole place was bouncing. It was meant.
I mean, the fact you're doing stadiums, that says a lot.
Yep. We've only been going like a couple of years, I think.
Oh, okay.
You'll soon be hearing the chime, close to midnight.
I'll search him.
If I could turn back the time, I'd make all right. How can it end like this? There's a sting in the way you
So sick.
kiss me.
What a guy.
Something in your eyes said it could be the last time. For so I just wanna be with you.
It's actually a very good song.
Just wanna be, I wanna be with you all night. It keeps on
But
giving
you get how it's catchy, don't
Yeah, yeah. Again, very well structured song.
you? The solo is great as well. Fuck off. It's,
Good.
yeah.
It's good. Like, you can't help but, like, tap your feet and
Yeah.
stuff, can you?
I kind of like it when bands all wear the same things. Like when
Yeah.
Beatles used to wear suits, I was like, I'm in.
Like, it's like uniform, innit?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Such a weird video. But again, it's art and you can do whatever you want with art.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's really, really well. Almost thought out in a way.
Yeah. Like craziness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
It's almost like Flashdance, isn't it?
Yeah. Remember Eric Prydz? Do you remember that video?
No.
Call on Me. With all the women going, ah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, shit.
So yeah. That's Ghost for you. Oh yeah, this is one thing I want to show you. So how I got into John Mayer. It's a story.
Okay.
You might feed into a new artist for you. So, listen to Ghost, they're amazing. So, it was 3 years ago
Mm-hmm.
at uni. My mate's house in uni.
Yeah.
Mate from my course. And he was playing, I think it was Heart of Life from Continuum.
Okay.
I was like, more? Show me another one.
Kick-
And I think he showed me Helpless because it had just come out.
Yeah.
I was like, right, okay. And then it was one of them through the ways I discovered songs through John Mayer is I thought I'm just going to shuffle the entire lot. Not an
Yeah,
album,
yeah. That's the same thing what I did, really, when I sort of after the first
Mm.
time I listened to him.
but there's no other way to do it, I don't think.
No.
Because I like each album probably the same. But this lad who showed it me is in a band.
Mm-hmm.
Singer in a band.
Yeah.
#1 band in Malta. I'll show you some of his stuff. So he's obviously inspired by Mayer a lot.
Yeah.
Released an album last year or this year. I think you'll like it because it's very up Mayer Street. So he's the singer. This is his Maltese band, but it's very, it's cool. So I have him to thank for Mayer.
I've been told when we grow old, we'll be up in bed by night until the morn. Ain't gonna lie.
But when we were in LA 2 years ago, me and Dom,
Yeah.
him and the band rented out a house to write this album. We went to see him and it was like
Oh wow.
such a midnight.
Yeah.
This is such a crime.
These are good. They're very good. Very, very good.
It's alright. So if you think just like me and you're trying to find your soul, so come alive. There's a fire we're trying to ignite. Yeah.
I just want him to do well.
Yeah.
He's,
I'll definitely give these guys a listen. Like I say, he's definitely the same sort of vibe as Mayer. That's kill.
Yeah. But me and Barrett lived with him in second year of uni.
This guy?
Yeah.
Actually, that geezer.
Yeah. He was in my course for 3 years. I lived with him in first year, second
Oh,
year.
that's mad.
Yeah. But yeah.
Wow. So in terms of just sort of like the bridge again, almost.
Yeah, go on, let's do it.
So back to like covers and of John Mayer. I love EXO.
Yeah,
cover.
same. I didn't.
What a cover!
I was just going through
It's
Spotify.
So
things,
good.
Trying to find more Mayer songs, and it's in its own album, isn't it? It's just single.
It's so well done. Like I've listened to it a lot recently. I love it. It's completely transformed that song.
I think with Mayer as well. I think he just googled the lyrics, learned remember the chords, and just went right. I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
and write something. That
I'll
was his
do
first
my
try.
own thing.
Take
I'll do
one.
my own thing. Like EXO, what a song!
Yeah.
But I almost class it as his song now, rather
I don't even
than
know who it was. Is it Beyonce?
Beyonce. Yeah, and it's like he's just turning it into his own. But there was one. It's a bit of a weird cover actually. It was done on not the Late Show, the one with Jimmy Fallon.
Tonight Show.
The Tonight Show, and it was Billy Joel and Jimmy Fallon, and they did a cover of "Beast of Burden" by the Rolling Stones, that's a song I love anyway, and they do such a great cover. I mean, but in terms of, he's done quite a lot of covers himself actually. Jimmy Fallon, he's a very good,
He's very artistic.
he's a very good impressionist.
Yeah.
In
Well, they
terms
did that
of-
Wheel of Impressions, didn't they?
Yeah, and he's so good on that. I was at one point I could say I was obsessed with listening to that.
Yeah, there was a period. It was around the lip sync battle. Do you remember them?
Yeah,
They were
they
fucking
were
good fun.
so good. Like the Paul Rudd one and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really
Will
good.
Ferrell doing Frozen.
Yeah, that was, but that sort of like thing, like the niche covers, they sort of like
Yeah.
what really get me.
I'm trying to think what the covers I've seen of bands that like it's like when you see your two favourite footballers from different teams like together or something. Like
Yeah.
when you see your favourite bands covering each other's stuff. Like
What about? I mean, we saw Foo Fighters.
yeah, who did they cover? They
They
did
did Under Pressure.
And Stay With Me by
Yeah,
I'd never heard that song before. Who was it by?
Faces.
Yes. Stay with. Yeah, that was a great
I
song.
love that song.
Um,
But it's like if you look at the early Beatles stuff, most of that is covers.
Is it?
Twist and Shout isn't a Beatles song.
right.
A lot of the early album stuff, I think to bulk the album out, they just did a lot of covers, like Burt Bacharach stuff. I think even a bit of Sinatra in there, just to bulk the album out. But they sort of made them their own. But what we were going, as we sort of discussed, sort of said we'll go down for live music.
Yeah.
In terms of live music for me and cover, John Mayer's and Keith Urban's "Don't Let Me Down."
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That's one I've always seen suggested, and I've never really listened to. Keith
You've
Urban.
never listened.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh.
Because it's the same gig where he did
no.
Queen of California, isn't it?
I am jealous that you get to listen to this for the first
Because
time.
I know the song, but I don't know who originally did it.
This is Beatles. This is a
Okay,
Beatles
right,
song.
right.
So obviously that's why it appealed to me so much. The solo in this is outrageous.
Don't let me down. Don't let
Which Mayer do you think's the best in terms of year, that era of Mayer?
don't let me down.
That's such a hard question.
I do like Continuum Mayer.
Yeah.
Like early Mayer.
Like John Mayer Trio Mayer.
Yeah.
Nobody ever loved me like she loved. Yes, she did.
I love.
Just reminds me of Paolo Nedved. The rim.
Yeah. You love Juventus, I think.
Yeah, like 90s. Just looks like him. He's a good drummer, mate. He played when we saw him live. He's a very good drummer.
Really.
Don't let me down.
I'd argue this has the best, one of the best solos I've ever heard in this cover. It's so fucking good.
I'm in love for the first time. Don't you know it's gonna last? It's a love that lasts forever. It's a love that has no past. Oh no. Woo! Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Oh. Don't let me down. And from the first time that she really down me.
This is the Beatles original.
Yeah.
She down me
6 minutes. That's probably because the solos.
This solo, it's like they do the song and they're actually just soloing.
He steps forward, doesn't he, in front of the mic. He's like, fuck this. Like,
He just starts losing it. It's like it takes over.
yeah.
She down me good.
We could do another one after the live performances, best solos.
Oh no.
No. It's next episode. Such a simple formula, isn't it? Again. It's all about the performance, isn't it?
There's a brilliant bit. I
Feel.
think now, or in a minute, Keith Urban's guitar strap falls off and he just keeps playing.
Yeah, he's not aware. He's like
Yeah.
just in the.
It's like he plays it, just goes straight back on, continues. Amazing. I don't know how you
locked
could
in
even do
again,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. As it starts going off. There it is, gone.
Just holds the note, doesn't it? Yeah, nothing's gonna knock me out of this groove. Like, he's on a wave there, isn't he? Do you listen to much Keith Urban?
Not a lot, really. I'll be honest, I would say I'm probably not a massive fan of it.
No.
But this particularly, so good with it.
Yeah, because I think a lot of his is like deep country.
Yeah.
Mayer's gonna knock this out of the park, isn't he? So when you listen to solos, you like analysing it then from a guitarist point of view, or you just in it?
I just sort of like, I just lose myself
Yeah.
in it, man.
My favourite Mayo when he's just bobbing. You can't stop him.
Yeah, it's like the moment, innit?
Yeah. Another video I really want to do is top 10 Make-A-Wish. You know the Make-A-Wish Foundation
Yeah.
thing? Like ones I can come up with. I want to be there, sat between them two on a deck chair, just like.
Oh,
How good would that be?
that'd be incredible.
Like a pint of like fucking Coors Light.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Do that bit where you play the guitar again. You just get lost, don't you?
Yeah.
I love it.
What a cover. What a performance that is. Again, it's one of them ones that just frustrate me how effortlessly they make it look.
So, I think we'll bring it to a close soon because it will just be going on forever.
Yep.
But if I'm right in thinking, we're nearly at 2 hours, so we'll get past 2 hours. Yeah?
Wow.
We're on 151. Well, it might be different with things trimmed or whatever. I
What
don't know.
time is it? We just
Half
we've flown through this tonight.
So I sent you the other night, I think after the last podcast when I got back, it was top 10 gigs which we were at, and there was a time code. If you haven't watched it, that's fine. It was a John Mayer.
I watched what you sent me about the John Mayer.
So the guitar solo we did when they played Neon.
Yes, it was.
Oh, fuck me. That was another one where you just get lost in it. But I'm trying to think of other live performances. Muse. How much of Muse do you know?
I quite liked when Uprising and stuff came out.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really sank into Muse too much. Again, they're another band I definitely like. I
Mhm.
definitely like listening to them, but I've not sank into. I love Plug-in Baby actually.
So you know that Muse are like one of the best live bands going.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I they are one I think I need to see live, and then I'll go right. Okay, let's
Yeah.
fucking tan them.
Yeah. So, as far as live performances go, this gig is up there. DVD of the tour I saw them on 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Rome. 3 men in a stadium.
Yeah, man. Owning it as well.
The whole fucking standing bit is moving in unison, and the chorus is so good, mate. He's controlling it now, isn't he? But they always bring it. I love it. Don't know how he can run and play like that. I'd like fall over. Or something.
Like it's easy as well.
I know. This is my first music love though.
Yeah.
100%.
That's what it all stems down to.
Yep. I still remember the day. It was back in the day when we had Kerrang and Scuzz. Just
Yeah.
flicking between Kerrang and Scuzz. That's how I found bands. And Starlight came on. I just remember it. It was like. It's just this bit now. I love it. The build.
Mental.
We need to get loading some songs, mate.
Yeah.
Jam them out. Fucking love to. almost punky, isn't it? It's just very
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
and in your face, isn't it?
It's just so almost mental.
Yeah, it is. It's like when dogs get zoomies, then they fucking leg it about
Yeah.
just to hurt themselves. It's like that, isn't it?
Again, it's that effortless playing, isn't it? But he's so experimental.
Yeah, he's just doing whatever he wants to do in
Yeah.
that moment, isn't he?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
You got everyone in the palm of your hand there. Every single person in that stadium.
There's a lack of phones there, isn't there?
Yeah.
This is a crossover I'd love to see with Deez and Mayer. I don't know if
I
it,
do.
I want to know how heavy Mayer can get.
I don't know.
Because he's talented enough.
Yeah.
Not that it's more difficult, but
No. He's what I describe as like the soaring sort of artist. Like he just soars away on with it. He
yeah,
just
does his own thing.
the guitar screaming. It's like that again, the effortless side of it.
Best live band I've seen by far. And then I think it's Foos, and then Mayer, then Coldplay, and then Maiden.
Hard. I think again for me, the Cortinas are fantastic live. They're so good. But again, they're a live band.
I was just about to say, some certain bands are just
They're born to just
shit in
play
the studio,
live.
yeah. I prefer listening to live albums in studio.
Yeah.
Just
I
because
love a good live album. I've always been a big fan of live
of
music, and I'll always listen to. If someone suggests a band, I'm like, right, let's listen to them live.
100%.
Let's see what they are like actually like.
Um,
Because that's almost like filter off in it. You live.
yeah, it's just what they actually are,
Yeah.
without any editing to it. So this is the trailer for that film I was on about from Maiden.
Okay.
This is give you a bit more of a taste of what they are. 2009, I think it
Every
was.
guy's dream to be a rock star. You guys are living that dream. So could you give us a little insight about what it's really like backstage on tour? You know, the kind of stuff that you wouldn't want us to know.
We could tell you, but we'd have to kill you.
Good British, fucking old Cockney men.
Yeah.
1975, I think it started. There you go.
Crazy.
They have their own beer, their own mascot.
Yeah,
who's on
I've seen the beer.
I think it's old man beer. I can't
Is it
remember.
called the Trooper or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. But again, it's that whole new world when you grow up listening to like dance and like
Yeah,
bloody,
of course, yeah.
bloody oh mate, this childhood playlist. Let's see if you. I've made a childhood playlist. It took me years to make. There was one certain song, right, that me and Tom knew how it went. We knew the main. It's like noughties
Yeah.
sort of shit. You'll know what I mean. We ended up Wikipedia in top 40 of every month for 2 years trying to find what this song was.
Oh wow, okay.
And we found it. And let's see if you know it.
I'm
Childhood.
gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna submerge myself into it.
Yeah. It'll take you back 20 years. Hold on. Right, so you can't see the screen now. At the minute, yeah, it's just another trance, whatever kind of song, but it's when the main line comes in. I want to see if you grew up the same way I grew up.
I've not heard of it so far.
It must have been on Top of the Pops back in the day.
What year are we saying this?
Oh, 102.
I know it. Why do I know it? I know it. I've heard of it.
It was one of them that was probably played every day for
Yeah.
like a year and then not.
It must be sampled another song, surely.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I know it, but I don't know why I know it.
Yeah, that's what we were like.
What's
PPK,
it called?
PPK Resurrection.
Shit.
But I grew up on this sort of shit.
Yeah, I know, you already know what song that is.
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
what a song as
Yeah,
well.
there's so many of these, mate. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, what a song.
Just being a little kid running around to
Yeah.
this, sliding on my knees.
It's so good. Those are the days though. Again, that's what we say in that sort of golden era.
Yeah,
Sort of
100%.
like missing out now. Do anything to get back there.
Oh god, yeah.
It's more all-star.
There's so many awful songs in there.
No Tomorrow, awesome.
Yeah.
What was that other song we did then? So search for awesome because I'm interested. No Tomorrow and Bright Idea, that was it. So they were so good. But it's like the one album, and that was it. It just disappeared. And I was obsessed with Jet for years.
FIFA.
Wow.
So I was at FIFA.
And it was Jet. I listened to Jet a lot when I was
That's another just good.
yeah. But again, though, he did like one album, one good album, that was it. Just disappeared. I know it. What else we got now? Generation, what song?
And fight for the future of our nation. Let's come together and unite.
Nothing's gonna stop us
My
now.
God.
I want to be young
It
again.
must have taken years to put this all together.
113 songs.
Wow.
Give me this.
No, I really don't remember this one. Yeah, yes, of course I do. Of course I do.
One note.
Yeah. So it's like dip, yep. How could you not know this one?
There's one I wanted to play. I need to find it now. Oh, mate.
What a song?
There's so many like
Yeah, there's
one-hit wonders.
yeah.
I love it.
It's like, I love like the sort of the 90s sort of feel. It's like the same with oh, what song was it? It's like probably one of the most famous songs ever. All I can think of the guys in the car bopping their heads.
It's Eminem, isn't it?
No.
Lose yourself. No, lose yourself without me.
No, it's not
Just
Eminem.
don't
It's
talk to me.
oh, it was a sketch on.
Oh, Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey.
Yeah. What song is that? It's like such a famous song as well.
You remember this one, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do.
Funny fact about these. So,
What is love? What is love?
what is it? Baby, don't hit me. That
Yeah.
one. Fuck it. Oh, we know that one. So, they're my two top favourite men, comedian. Just, they're always been the pinnacle for me.
Top 2 men.
Yeah. Top 10 men. Let's do that for a video.
Top 10 men. Rate your favourite boys.
All of them.
All of them all.
Yeah. I'll take the lot. They did a sketch together. Only one sketch they've done, which was them two. And
Okay.
it came out the day I was born.
Really?
18th of May, 96. Fucking funny skit.
I'm sorry.
Jacuzzi lifeguard.
Who exactly are you? Lifeguard on duty, sir. If you don't mind, I have to watch the water. You're the lifeguard for the little jacuzzi here. Correct, sir. Continue splashing, and I'll be forced to ban you from all aquatic activity. Thank you so much. I'm just splashing water on myself, on my face. Of course you were, sir. then the other guy's doing it, then the other guy. Next thing you know, a body goes under and there's bloated carcass stuck in the filter. So if you don't mind,
But I'm the only guy in this jacuzzi right now.
I am on watch, sir. I cannot have this conversation right now.
The SNL sketches are great. Have you seen the Dear Sister one?
The what?
It's called Dear Sister. It's called The Shooting, aka Dear Sister. And it's Andy Samberg. Yeah.
No.
Oh, what? You surely have seen this. If you haven't, you will love this.
Bill Hader, man.
Hey, man. What you doing? Nothing. Just writing a letter to my sister.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I haven't seen her in years. It's weird because...
What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What you say? What did she say? What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, well, 'cause you did.
Sketch comedy is where I want to be.
Yeah, 100%. It's so geniusly written as well. All this.
Yeah, I know.
What you say?
Like Harry Enfield, one of my other heroes.
Yes.
You decided this. What you say?
So shit, that's why it's so good.
Yeah, it's just so. The thing is, it just keeps going. It's so good, man. I watch this when I'm down. This like cheers me up.
I just thought of the funniest thing.
What you say?
People always say this song, don't it?
Yeah.
Quote this song.
'Cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best.
Is it Shia LaBeouf?
'Cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What you say? What did she say?
Is it Kristen Wiig? Yeah. She's so fucking funny.
Dear sister, by the time you read this...
That you only meant what you say. What you say? What you say?
This probably was filmed in like an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What you say?
2 hours maybe.
What you say? That you only meant
Got ourselves a bloodbath.
Hey, Sarge, listen to this. Dear sister, by the time you read this, I'll be dead. This is how I think it's gonna happen. Dave will shoot me, then I'll shoot Dave, then Eric will enter and get shot by Dave. Then you'll come in and get shot by Eric, Dave, and I multiple times. Love, your brother Keith. P.S. Then 2 cops will read this letter and shoot each other. Now, isn't that the most ridiculous thing you've...
Played over the sausage.
what you say.
That's brilliant.
But that's such like a brilliant use of like just one song that just
Yeah, but there's no reason why it was that song.
Yeah.
It's so silly. Right. Let's go call it.
that was
Part 1.
Yeah, part 1. What on? I can't believe it's been over 2 hours now. Surely
Yeah.
that was brilliant. Send me again next week.
Good shit. Good shit.